Hello, friend. I am glad that you are here with me today. It is my birthday. I am recording this episode on my birthday because I felt like I needed to give myself a little bit of space today. And here we are. I was sharing with a friend this morning on the way to the spa, which is why my hair is wet, that as I've been doing these episodes, I feel like I'm lecturing a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with lecturing. It's just that it's my default. And I feel like there's so much more of my energy that wants to come out. I'm just now getting practiced at speaking to a camera and pretending that there's somebody on the other side, which is very different than the speaking that I've been doing in the past few years, where I am actually in front of a live person or many people, or I am conducting a workshop and interacting with different people and different people's questions and their energy and helping them through their trials, through their struggles, through their challenges, through their curiosity, through their healing. And that is very different than my words and my energy going towards a camera. I'm giving myself a lot of grace as I am practicing this different way of speaking. And I feel like that's a constant theme in my life right now is giving myself compassion, giving myself grace. And I think that that's also something that you need to hear for yourself. Part of this inner work that we get to do for ourselves requires patience with ourselves. It requires that we have self-compassion. It requires that we practice self-love. And I will tell you that just a few years ago, I had no freaking clue what self-love was. I understood the concept, but when I stopped to think about what does self-love mean to me? What does self-love mean for me? What is it that I'm supposed to give myself in this process of self-loving that I feel like I have no grasp? It was kind of a journey of learning and getting to know myself and getting to know more deeply what is it that I need to feel complete. And in that process of me giving myself what I need to feel complete, I also knew that that was going to have an effect on how I was showing up for others. But it started with me. A lot of times we think we love ourselves, we think we treat ourselves well, but when we stop to listen to the way that we speak about ourselves, when we stop to listen to all of the mental chatter in relation to ourselves, there's a lot of judgment. There's a lot of self-judgment that happens. And it takes practice. It takes practice, but it also takes intention and commitment for us to shift the way that we think about ourselves, to shift the way that we speak about ourselves, to shift how we receive comments and compliments. Because a lot of times when somebody gives us a compliment, we end up blocking it. We don't receive freely the love, the words of affirmation that others are trying to send our way. And I feel like today, because it is my birthday and I'm 46, woohoo! It feels very important right now for me to be sharing this with you, to be sharing with you that I give myself love on my birthday. And it used to be that that was the only time when I allowed myself to really splurge on myself. And I don't mean splurge financially, though it can be. More like splurging on celebrating myself without any barriers, without any boundaries. just practicing my self-love. And in the past few years, 3 years that I've been on this journey with myself, I started really understanding the importance of doing that for myself every day in some way, or at the very least, doing it a lot more often than I used to. And I feel like that's so important. The energy that we give ourselves is the energy that we transmit out. And what matters is not what goes out. It does matter. But what matters is you have to fill yourself. I was thinking about this phrase that we use and that has been used towards me many times throughout my lifetime, which is, you're so full of yourself. Right? When we hear that, when we hear, you're so full of yourself, we hear shame around being full of ourselves. And because that was something that I would hear when I would celebrate myself, when I would say something positive about myself, I realized that I had to reclaim that in some way. And it was really shifting the energy of those words for me. I want to be full of myself. I don't want to outsource my love for me. I don't want to outsource the validation for me. I don't want to depend on somebody else to fill that need, that void in me. And I didn't realize how much of that I did. I thought I loved myself. I thought I'm pretty good. I give myself the things I need. I achieve my goals. I try new things. But when it came to really, how is it that I am loving myself? It's a being. It's a state of being. It's not a doing. It can be a doing, but it's not only a doing. It's not only an action through things external to us. It is also, how am I protecting my energy? How am I holding my boundaries? Do I have any boundaries? Do I allow people to dip into my bucket? This is something that my eldest child, when she was in school, they learned this concept that pretend that everybody has an invisible bucket on top of their head, or that they carry a bucket with them everywhere they go. It's an invisible bucket. And every time we say something mean, every time we say something unkind, every time we use negative words, that you're taking out something from that bucket. You're dipping into the bucket. And they also taught the kids that how you can fill that bucket for other people. Give them a smile, say a kind word, give them a gift, share something with them. But our own bucket needs to be filled not just by those around us. It also needs us to fill it ourselves. You may have heard the expression that you cannot give to others from an empty cup, that you need to fill your own cup first, that your cup should be overflowing before you share some of what is in that cup with others. Now, depending on how you see that metaphor, that can either land really well, or maybe it rubs you the wrong way. And I want you to notice what your body's telling you. This is a practice that I keep talking about, being tuned into our bodies, but I realized that I haven't actually brought to attention what the hell that means. So I want us to practice that right now. I want you to, if you're in a place or in a position, in a situation where you can close your eyes, Please do that with me right now. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Last time. In through your nose and hold as long as you can. Exhale and empty your lungs. Now I want you to get back to your breath and just notice as you're breathing, notice the rising and falling of your chest or stomach as you breathe. And just stay with that for a moment. Notice the rising and falling of your chest and stomach as you breathe. And now I want you to ask yourself this question. What do I need to give myself to fill my own cup? And just notice what shows up. It could be any number of things. It could be, maybe let's turn off this podcast episode and return to it. That is acceptable. Maybe it's, I wanted that piece of pie yesterday and I deprived myself of it and I really want to give myself that. It could be as simple as, I need to give myself some love. And just hold yourself. Hug yourself right now. Give yourself a hug. Give yourself a moment. Tell yourself, I love you. I love myself. I love this body that I am in. I am grateful for this body that I have. I am grateful for all that my body has done for me. And I know sometimes when we do that, what shows up is all of the ways in which our bodies have seemingly failed us. That is a very natural, normal response when we begin these practices. And that is okay. Everything is allowed. Don't judge it. Just notice. There's a difference between discernment and judgment. Discerning is observing, okay? It's noticing without any positive or negative energy. It's neutral. Judgment is very negative. Whether you judge yourself, whether you judge a situation, or whether you judge others. I want to celebrate my birthday with you through this episode by reminding you that you are worth celebrating, by reminding you that you are worthy of love, that you are worthy of loving yourself, that you are worthy of affection, that you are worthy of goodness, that you are worthy of abundance, of prosperity, that you are worthy of achieving all of the goals that you want, that you are worthy of whatever calling you have in this life, whatever purpose you have in this life. And I'm very specifically focusing on this for myself today, because part of my recent experiences is understanding some really deep, undeniable clarity about what my purpose is in this world. and knowing that my body is still trying to resist it. It has been resisting this for years. It has been in a state of denial and in a state of resistance for years. And right now I'm in this space where I know my truth. Undeniable, does not matter what fears are showing up. I know my truth. I know the truth of what I am meant to do. And even though my divine highest self has clarity around this, my human body has been through a whole lot of grief and trauma and sadness and horrors and terrors. And my body has stored so much of this in ways that I really did not cognitively understand. And I'm giving my body a lot of attention because this vessel, this temple that my soul was born into, it's my forever home. This is my forever home. This is your forever home. Your body is your forever home. Wherever you go, there you are. Body, mind, soul, spirit, all the things, all the parts. And we neglect our bodies so much. And I want you to tend to it. I want you to do something for yourself today. In celebration of me and my birthday, I want to gift you what I have gifted myself today, which is to have a moment to really love, care for, nurture your body. It is as simple as giving yourself a minute of sunshine and telling your body, thank you for everything that you have done for me. It is as simple as going out for a walk, especially if there are trees or some form of nature, some form of greenery, or hell, even a plant in your home that you sit next to and you hold a leaf of that plant and you just be with it. And you remind yourself that you have this ability to touch, to feel the world outside of you. And you have this ability to feel your body, to feel things inside of yourself and outside of yourself. That if you have been blessed with sight, that you can see things. That if you have been blessed with hearing, that you can hear things. That if you have been blessed with any of the parts, just spend some moment with your body, thanking it for something. And more than thanking your body, I want you to gift yourself the commitment, the intention to do better for your body, to do better for yourself through your body. Because you need this vessel for everything that you do. It matters that you take care of it. Thank you for being with me today. Thank you for celebrating my birthday with me. Thank you for celebrating yourself through this birthday episode. My longing for you today is for you to know that you are worthy of love, that you are worthy of affection, that you are worthy of abundance, that you are worthy because you are a divine being in human form, but a divine being nonetheless. I am sending you love. I am sending you peace. I am sending you all of the wonderful wishes that I can muster. I want you to hear it. I want you to receive it. I want you to breathe it in and hold it in you and remind yourself that you get to give yourself the love that you deserve today and every day. Mwah. I'll see you next week.